Good evening, I'm Anderson Cooper. Tonight, on 60 Minutes, we will delve into one of the greatest minds of the 20th century, Albert Einstein. His theories and beliefs have helped to thrust modern science into a new age. And tonight, we're going to be using some of these theories to help thrust us back in time to 1928, at the height of Einstein's career. Phil, are we ready to go back? To infinity and beyond!
The program will return in a moment.
In order to take down my enemies, I need to become someone else. I need to become something else. I am the Hood. The Hood, all new this Wednesday. Ryan's got Robert Downey Jr. and Melissa Benoist. The Tonight Show, all new this week.
Got what you want, got what you need. Live your dream, but be your fantasy.
Sarah? Clean enough?
Now back to the program. Einstein, who was born in 1879 in Ulm, Germany, has received much accolades for his prize theory of relativity, including the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921.
Professor Einstein, it's good to see you. Good to see you as well, Mr. Cooper. Professor Einstein, you've been referred to by many as the founding father of astrophysics. Would you care to weigh in on this title you've been given?
Well, honestly, I was always curious as a young boy, and when I was 5 years old, my father first gave to me a compass, and I was very fascinated by it. And it wasn't until years later, when I was 10, a good friend of my father's, Max Sturman, taught me the ideas of math and science. And I used these ideas to apply this to previous knowledge, and that's how I figured out a lot of the things, the theories and beliefs I came up with today. So really, calling me the founding father of astrophysics isn't entirely true. I just used ideas and beliefs from previous scientists and previous men who have done so much towards science. I just applied it in a new way, in a new imaginative way.
Now, you had mentioned you had some of your own theories and beliefs. Could you care to go into detail about what some of those beliefs and theories were?
Of course. Well, in 1905 I published my first paper, which was on the laws of thermodynamics. This came just a few short years after I had left college because I was getting very lazy and not completing the work on time. And about 6 or so years after I submitted this paper, I began toying with the idea of gravity. Now, the science community has used Newton's law of gravitation for some time now, but I considered this to be wrong. So I conducted my own research and my own experiments, and I came up with my theory of gravity, which I then released in 1913. And about 6 or so years later, in 1919, I published my very famous theory, the theory of relativity, which basically states that the laws of physics apply for all non-accelerated observers. And this theory to date has made me much famous, and I am very grateful for that.
So we've talked a lot about the history of your theories and beliefs. Could you care to enlighten us about some information of your personal life?
Well, for some time I was married to someone named Beleva Malik. I married her in 1903, and we'd actually met at school. But unfortunately for her, she kept failing the school-given exam that allowed you to move on and get your degree. She had taken the test multiple times, but she kept on failing. And she started to build a resentment towards me because she was jealous of how far my knowledge had taken me in life and how she was held back. She used to say to me that she had to work 10 times harder than I must just to gain an ounce of the respect that I get. I never understood what it meant, but over time her resentment toward me grew, and I decided to divorce her in 1919. And in that same year, I married my cousin Elsa, who I love very dear. We had been corresponding for many years before Meleva and I had divorced, and we have so much in common. And to this day, we are still happily married, and I love her so much.
So what are your plans for the future following the fame and success you received in the 1920s?
I will continue to make advances on thermodynamics, gravity, and relativity, but for now I feel my time in this country is coming close to an end, as the recent rise of the Nazi Socialist Party has targeted my ethnicity, the Jewish population, and I fear that my life and those around me might be in danger. So I might begin to seek shelter within the coming years in the United States. My company has always been welcome.
Professor Einstein, thank you for the interview, and I wish you the best.
You as well, Mr. Cooper.
What's that? I have a letter? Oh my god. The Doc's alive! He's in the Old West, but he's alive!
The program will return in a moment.
How it feels to chew 5 gum. New 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean, the stain specialist. Powered by the oxygen we breathe, fueled by the water that you and I drink. OxyClean gets the tough stains out.